Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So I'm here today with Dawn and Julia Creates, and today we're doing a journal page. It's Julia's turn, and the only thing she said is to do it on a book page. So I thought I'm going to work in my Dina Wakley journal today, and I am, look at that, I was feeling very sparkly on that day. I'm going to use this page, but because we have to work on a book page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few of these pages and I'm going to pop them on here so that I follow the brief and work on a book page. So yeah, so let me get another one out. I love these book pages. You can tell it's like just a proper old book. Oh, love it. So but I want to work on the burlap one. I don't know why. I thought we'll give it some structure doing this. And yeah, we'll sort of go from there. Now I am going to use my Fabri-Tac for this just because we are gluing on to some fabric and I want this to stay permanently. Plus I'm about to use different mediums on it. So the only thing that she said is we have to work on book page, but we can use any mediums we want. So I've decided to use my Derwent watercolors, graphite watercolor pencils, which I absolutely love, to build up my base. So there's that. And the other thing about working with the paper on this burlap, it's going to give my burlap some structure, which is why I decided to do it instead of on the watercolour paper. I got this journal last year for Christmas. Not last year, but the year before. So not Christmas, just gone. And I've only just started daring myself to use it because it is stunning. So yeah, so this is my journal that I'm going to be working in over the course of the year. Like I said, I'm not the best. I mean, you can tell that's definitely not the greatest, but it, you know, I enjoy doing it. This one I have a video for, this one I don't. I need to sync on the back. I did have fun though, and that's what art journaling is all about. I mean, straight away that's definitely got a bit more structure to it, which is quite nice. Right, okay, so this is what I don't like about Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1s. They leak. Right, okay. So we've done that. Next thing that I need to do is I need to cover it in gesso. So I am going to use my clear gesso for this. So I am using 13 Arts a clear gesso, and I'm just going to give it a coat with a paintbrush so that it is ready to accept any mediums, and this is a very important step when you're wanting to add loads of different you know, different mediums to your piece. So if I decided that I wanted to add watercolors, then I wanted to add acrylics, and then maybe texture paste, it means that my page will accept it all quite happily. So very important step to do. So give that, and I'm using the clear gesso because I want that page, book page, to come through. I'm looking for it to be the start of the show, or to be like the main background. So there we go. Loving that. Right, I mean, I haven't really done much to it, but I'm just loving that book page. Right, okay, I'm going to leave that to dry. Once it is dry, we'll be back and we'll do some more bits. Right, okay, that is all lovely and dry. So I'm actually going to use my Brand New Roses' Red Release, which this is your first sneak peek at it. I've just done a video with it. So we're going to use that to decorate the page because I just think it'll look lovely. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that one. Right, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear some bits off because Julia said we can use whatever we want. So I just thought I want to try and see if I can do a really nice happy page because, yeah, I'm not very good at journal pages. Julia keeps saying to me, have more faith. There's nothing wrong with my journal pages, but I think we all have that one craft that we just struggle with, and I think this is definitely mine. So I've got a feeling she's going to challenge me more this year to journal pages, so that I don't, so yeah, I can get better, which actually, so it's not a bad thing. But yeah, anyway, oh yeah, I'm liking that. So let me grab my glue. Now I am going to pop some gesso over the top of this as well, so that I can put mediums on, because I do want to still use those watercolors on this page as well. So like so. And then I thought I would bring in my little stamp set that I have coming out. Oh, do I show the stamp set I'm coming out? I'm trying to think. Yes, why not? Let's do it. So this is Katie Squirrel, but I really like the flowers on the brand new one. So this is for first look. So this is the Best Friends stamp set that comes out on the 1st, and yeah, I really want to use it. So I'm going to. I shouldn't really be showing you guys it yet, but there you go. Anyway, let's have a look. Like I said, I really like the flowers, and what I'm thinking of doing is getting one of these. Oh, quite like the idea of the brown, maybe the pink. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my flowers and my butterflies on here and cut them out. So let's do that, and I'm going to use my hybrid as well to do this. Oh, I didn't put my ink on properly. Right. So I'm just going to, yeah, probably do 5 of each, I think. Okay. And just build up. Yeah, from there. So I've gone with the bigger flower that's on the stamp set, and I'm going to go on the gradient on that one, and then I'm going to go with the bigger butterfly as well. So let's do the butterfly. Oh, press it down properly, Dawn. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hold it there for a few minutes. There we go. Right. And then let's get some pink ones. Oh, hold it down, Dawn. There we go. Honestly. So you need to hold your stamp to get a perfect image. Now I learnt this from our lovely Angie from Angie B Crafts. To get the perfect image, you need to hold it down, let the ink soak into the paper. Now if you don't, you're going to end up with broken ones. And don't get me wrong, we can fix that just with a black pen. But if you want a perfect image, then you need to just give time for that ink to soak in. So yeah, don't rush. That is the key. I used to always use a stamping platform, always, when I first started, because I could never stamp correctly, because that's what would happen all the time. And it was literally because I never gave time for the ink to soak into my paper. Right, so what I'm going to do, I am actually going to go off camera because I'm going to fussy cut all of these out, ready to go on here. But before we do that, I'm going to grab my gesso again. Dry my brush off, and I'm just going to put some gesso over my bits of paper ready to take some ink. Okay, just like that. Okay, so right, there we go. Now I'm going to leave that to dry. So while that dries, I'll fussy cut all my little bits out that I've just done. and then we'll come back and we'll put our page together. So yeah, I will be back in a second. Right, okay, so they're all cut out, ready to go, and this is all nicely dry now. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to get some colours, and yeah, start putting some colours on, really. And now I love these paint. These are graphite paint, so it's like painting with just normal pencil, and I absolutely love them. What I'm doing now is I'm taking this slate green just to put on a little bit of shadow where these bits are. So that's all I'm doing. Now, because I've got my gesso on there, it is you can see that my pigment is moving, which is really, really nice. So yeah, it's not soaking straight into the paper. If I was to just put it straight onto the book page, it wouldn't move. So let me just show you. So if I take just this page here and I put it on, you can see, and then I try to move it with some water, it's just soaking straight into that book page. So it's not giving me a really nice finish like this is. So this moves very, very nicely. So I'm just darkening up around those edges with this slate green, which is a beautiful, beautiful colour. And then I'm going to do the same here. Now I don't want a harsh line, so this is quite a harsh line. So we just bring in some water and we just bring that out. So I'm not looking for harsh, I'm just looking for, just bring in a little bit of shadow. So again, bring in that water just to soften down that line. And then I'm going to go around this edge as well. Okay, like this. Now I have got a harsh line at the minute going around the paper, and again, this is why I put gesso on, so that I could drag that colour in to get, like, water it down to get rid of those lines. So just like that. Okay, and then bring that up here. So it's more or less we're framing our piece. And you can see I'm not being overly, you know, careful. I'm just popping my colour down and then dragging it out. I'm loving how that's looking. Really, really nice. Oh, you know what I've just done? I've just put it in my coffee. Right, okay, be careful with that, guys. Now I'm going to come in with this steel blue, which is a lot darker, and try not to actually get it in my coffee. And I'm just going to bring in a bit of a darker colour just around this bit, like this, just so it pops just a little bit more. And then now that I've done that, I'm just gonna again just put lots of water on, just so that it bleeds and doesn't give you that harshness, so that it, yeah, it all blends quite nicely. Oh, I love how that looks. And then just drag it a little bit more. Really, really loving that. Now I am going to use the Smile Sentiment in Katie Squirrel stamp set, because I do think it'll be really nice. And then I'm going to do some Stamp Surgery, because I want this always as well. Now I've got my bits here, so while we wait for that to dry, so I'm just going to put that just off to the side. I have my bits and pieces. Now I've cut off the stamens, not the stamens, the antennas off the butterflies, and we'll draw them back on. But I just want to come in and I want to add some colour to these. So I'm just going to use the watercolour. I don't know how this is going to react, but because I haven't gessoed them, but I do want to sort of just give them a little extra, like something. So just like that. I'm liking that. And then just and it's actually reacting quite nicely to the paper, which is, I do highly recommend, because this is soaking in straight away, so there's no movement, but I do highly recommend when doing something like this, gesso, put gesso on first. But I'm liking the harshness of these ones, so right, there's a bit too much water on this one, so let's move it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take that up like that and do the same with this one. And you can see I'm not being overly cautious with it. Now what I want to do is I then want to bring these in and stick them over the top. This is something that one of my design team members have done, our lovely Michelle. So she shares over on the Facebook group if you want to see her inspiration. Absolutely amazing stuff that she comes up with. Love it. So she does this. Don't know if this yellow will show through. She did it as soon as she got the stamps, and I loved the effect of it. I'm just going to put this yellow. I don't know how well that'll show up, but I mean, how lovely does that look? In the centre. So this is, it's called Meadow. If I remember, I will put a link to these paints in the description box. So I got mine in a Scrawler box, but you can get them off Amazon. So absolutely beautiful, beautiful paints. They've become one of my favourites actually. I like how subtle they are. So, and how they look like pencil as well when you've done them. So if I do remember, I will put a link to them. There's also a link to Julia's channel. Do go and check her out. Please go and check her out. She's just fab. Yeah, and you know she's going to produce something amazing. She always does with journal pages. I love them. Yeah, I aim to be like her one day. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this to the rest of the flowers. So we're just going to put some glue on and then put that over, and they look really, really nice. So again, the glue, and we're just offsetting them like so. I need that one to dry, and then what I'm going to do with the butterflies, no, put you so you just, there we go, is I'm going to keep them as they are, but again we're going to put some colour on them. So I'm just going to grab, this one is Juniper, and I'm just going to just grab and put that on either side. So you're always going to have, I've got to be careful, I've got, is that someone at the door? No. I've got deliveries coming today, so yeah, I've already had one. Luckily I was doing this. I was cutting these out, so it hasn't affected the videos. Oh, I like that. So I am just pulling in some colour. Again, I recommend that if you want a watercolour effect, do coat these in gesso. It'll give you a much better finish. I'm just gonna, yeah, see if that, okay. Oh, I love them. I love the tonal, the different tones. So again, just put that colour in the centre like this, a bit more, and then using what's left of my brush, like water wise, I'm just gonna do this because that seems to have made it look like it's been blended out, which is quite nice. Oh, no more water on my brush, just as well we finished there. Right, there we go. So that's them. Right, that one's dry, so we can stick this one now. Okay, oh, loving that. And then we're going to do the same colours. Oh, we've got one more. So again, just a bit of colour, and then like that, just so it blends out. Right, there we go, there's them ones. And then with these ones, I think I'm going to come in back with that steel blue. So let's put that on a couple of them. Now I did cut out the ones that didn't stamp very well as well, because I thought you can't really tell once you've cut them out. And then I'm just going to try and blend that. Hopefully these will look all right. They are a darker colour. Okay. I mean, they've got quite a lot of design on them anyway. Sorry, that's just a message coming through, which I'll check in a minute. There we go. And then this side, and then let's see, I'm just trying to blend that out just a little bit, just so that it's not a harsh line. But like I said, I wouldn't have got a harsh line if I'd used gesso over the top of these. But it just goes to show how important gesso is when creating with different mediums. Okay, there we go. Right, so I just need to leave them to dry. This is just about dry. Okay, now I need to get this out. So I want Smile, and let me just dry that off with my rag. Okay, I'm going to put it on this pink, so let's move these out the way. Oh, that's proper soggy wet. Right. And what I'm going to do is grab my Nuvo ink. So it is a hybrid ink, so it means I can use whatever medium I want. I'm going to have Smile, like so. Put that back on. And then we're going to do some stamp surgery. And I'm going to cut off this Always. I did actually want them separate, but I couldn't fit it anywhere on the thing, so I put it together. So yeah, you can either keep it together or you can separate it like I have. Okay, right, perfect. There it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these out. Okay, so we're going to cut the Smile out like this. Okay, there's one. And then we're going to cut the Always out. I'm not bothered about it being perfect, because yeah, if anything, oh, it's not too bad. And then that's going to be my sort of sentiment for the page. So Always Smile. I am going to grab wait, let's grab a dauber, because I don't know where my black pen is. I'm going to grab one with black on, and I'm just going to, I'm not putting any more on the dauber itself, but I'm just going to go around these just so they sort of match in quite nicely. So just like this. Okay, there. So we have that. Right, put that back in there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place these around our piece like so. Yeah, and then we have the butterflies as well. I'm loving how they're looking, I have to say. Right, I like the darker ones on that pink, so we're going to do that. And then I think maybe I'm going to have one just there. I really like that. I don't think I want to add anything else. I think the only other thing that I might add to this is a border. I mean, it was still slightly wet, but it will dry. Now I'm going to stick these down, and then I'm going to come back in and put the antennas back on. So yeah, let me just glue these down. Okay, like this. Have to say, feeling quite proud of this one. There we go. I really like it. And that book page, I'm hoping I filled the brief. I think I have. I love that book page. Right, coming through, and I wanted that to be sort of the focus of our piece as well. The only thing oh no, I did do it. I was going to say, I'm glad that I've got the writing sort of facing that way and that way. So, yeah, I'm loving that. I was going to say, I wished I'd done that. And when I've actually got properly, I have. So, okay. Again, just pop in my glue down on these. 2 more to stick down. And then I'm just going to get my black pen. I'm going to do a little bit of doodling. And I think we can safely say we are finished this page. So that's all nicely stuck down. So I do need a black pen. I've got loads of butterflies left, so I can definitely use those. Do I have a black pen in here? What colour are you? I think this might be black. Yeah. Okay. So first up, we're going to put the antennas back on. There we go. Because otherwise it will look a little wrong. But I can't be bothered to cut them out. So I think if you're doing a journal page, just draw them back on. And this one. Okay, I'm loving that. And then I'm going to just do some dots in the centre of the face, like so. And just again, it's just that little extra detail that we're wanting to do. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The whole point of art journaling is to, you know, to have fun and to play. So I am just going to add borders, so we're going to frame it. Okay, like so. And then just do some little doodles, and I'm just going to frame this because this is something I love doing. I love framing my words. There we go. And I think that's it. I think I'm done. Hello. I think I want to add some squiggles onto this because it just looked a little, yeah, a little sparse. There we go. So there we have it. There is my journal page for Dawn and Julia Creates. So Julia, I hope I've stuck to the brief, but yeah, I'm loving that. I think that's so simple. And you see the book page. Like I said, I didn't, you know, I thought I'd just put it on that. Oh, that's sort of stuck onto this page. There we go. The Fabri-Tac went through. But yeah, that's made it a lot sturdier. But yeah, how lovely is that? I hope you've enjoyed it here. I hope it's given you guys a little bit of inspiration. Please do go over and check out our lovely Julia, because you know fine well she loves Smashed It. She does it every time. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Please do subscribe to both me and Julia. Please do both give us thumbs up. And yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, because we love hearing from you. But until then, please do all take care and happy crafting. Bye.